Welcome to my fourth grade ELA and RTI classroom. At my school for RTI, we have because we have a really heavy EL population, my RTI group is an English language development group. So we focus on refining ELA skills, focusing on language. So in my classroom, we are fourth graders. I have 50 students that I see throughout the day, 26 girls and 24 boys, so almost even. 20 of my students are current EL students currently receiving services, and I have 7 students that have exited EL services but are not native English speakers. 8 of my students receive exceptional education services currently. I only have 5 native English speakers in my classroom, and 100% of my students are low SES. However, out of these students, only 17 of them were born outside of the United States. This second unit, my mistake, will be covering the second 9 weeks skills that we have extended to bridge the gap as we move forward this school year. So, oopsie. There we go. So I have my welcome page. Now for second quarter, we have rearranged the groups based off of a data meeting that our school held. So as they start, they're going to do the community building activity because we have new students in the classroom. Basically what they're going to do is they have the opportunity to, why is this not working? There we go. To print out this puzzle piece, or they have the option to print it out or to leave it on the computer at home and add what makes them unique. What pieces of them are they going to bring to our classroom so that we can put the puzzle pieces together to build our classroom with the different pieces that we all bring. And I provided them with an example of mine with a picture of me and my husband and my family, and that I really like to travel. So those are things that I'm bringing to the classroom. The next thing is the unit objectives and standards. These are the standards that we are bridging together during this quarter. Last quarter, our main one was about main idea and summarizing. So we're bringing that together with some of their writing standards. This quarter, we will start Reader's Theater, and they have had experience with Reader's Theater, like with published Reader's Theater scripts. But this quarter, they are going to be writing their own Reader's Theater with a partner. So they're learning objectives, their I can statements. I can summarize text by identifying the main idea. I can write a Reader's Theater script with a peer, and I can use dialogue to describe events of my story, because the Reader's Theater, they can have a narrator that kind of sets the setting and plot, but really the whole thing is dialogue because it's the theater. So those are there for them to remember. And in my classroom, I can go back. In my classroom, these learning objectives are posted on my board. So this will be used as a blended classroom where they can access this at home as well as what we're doing in the classroom. So for Unit 2, we're doing Reader's Theater and summarizing. So last quarter, we worked on the strategy of somebody wanted but so then, and it was to summarize. So there's a screencast here that I had recorded. Oh, well, it did work. A screencast of me reviewing how to use Somebody Wanted But So Then on an article from News ELA. And at the end of it, I posted a second News ELA article for them to practice the strategy for summarizing. And they are to post that summary of that article on the discussion board. The second part of our unit is creating their Reader's Theater script. So with our partner, create a 3-page script with a front cover illustration. That was important because the examples of Reader's Theater that we've done provided that image, that illustration, to help as they were reading. It helped them kind of visualize having that one initial illustration. But also as they're going to be sharing their scripts with other classmates, we want to provide that for each other as well. The story can be anything in your imagination or a spin-off of an already published story. We have read Spanish folk tales, a baseball Cinderella story, like Cinderella that plays baseball, and a Sleeping Beauty story, and a New Orleans legend. To help them get started, I added a website with lots of creative writing prompts to get them thinking about how their story can go. There's 365. They can think about, cleaning and eavesdropping. What if somebody was cleaning and then they were eavesdropping and they found out about misconnections with the sugar, something to kind of just a list of ideas that they can use to get their story going, because we want them to be as creative as they can be, because this is their opportunity to really be creative. So they are to write their script with their classmate and post it so that we can all access them. And then the last thing that they need to do is film themselves, their group, performing their Reader's Theater. And I offered any of these options would be acceptable ways for them to share with me. I probably prefer Telegami, iMovie, and Educreations. But the main part is just for them to be able to practice that. So we can go back. So this is pretty much a synchronous class course, because it is blended, so it's following what we're doing in the classroom, and I don't want them to get ahead of what we're doing in the classroom as well, even though they're working on this at home. So it does follow in the order of what they should be doing. And then this is the discussion board where they're going to post their puzzle piece, the News ELA summary when they were practicing Somebody Wanted But So Then. Then they're sharing their script so that all students can access them, because their assessment is, well, we'll get to that, but their assessment piece, they need that. And then just for fun and for practice performing and their fluency while reading their own work, they're going to type in or video and post their performance for us on our website, on our class webpage. And the last piece of this is their assessment for this quarter is to, let's open this, is to access where everybody posted their script and, and to write a summary off of somebody else's Reader's Theater script. So I provided this rubric because our school uses the advanced, proficient, basic, and below basic, and the goal is for everybody to be a 3, but we give them the opportunity to go higher. And so this just kind of gives them an idea of what they need to do to get their grade. And this is what I will use to grade their assessment of summarizing another group's script. And they need to do it, oh goodness. They need to do it by themselves. It needs to be 3 pages. They need to use somebody wanted but so then in a paragraph. And then, in my script it says in my rubric it says Educreations, but I can scratch that out and allow them to submit it as long as in any form. So that's the rubric, and then this is where they are to post it for their assessment. All right. So that is my online classroom. Thank you for following along with me.